Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, November 18, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Chicago Bulls vs Orlando Magic. I will be hammering the Chicago Bulls and laying the points, -9, as I see the Magic having too many injuries to compete in this game. I would also sprint to the window and place this wager if Paolo Banchero can't play in this game. He is currently listed as questionable, but he would be a huge loss on the offensive end of the court for the Magic. I also see the Bulls being the better defensive team, as they will make enough stops to cover the spread in this game. According to dunksandtrees.com, the Bulls have the 4th lowest adjusted defensive rating in the NBA, as they will continue to make it difficult for the Magic to consistently score throughout this game. They are also allowing the 12th least amount of points, as the Bulls will continue to make it tough for the Magic to score on the inside. I also see the Bulls scoring consistently throughout this one, as the Magic have continued to struggle on the defensive end of the floor. They currently have the 22nd highest defensive rating in the league, as DeMar DeRozan and the Bulls will continue to score throughout this game. The Magic have continued to struggle to begin this season, and the Bulls have been better at home than on the road. They will lock up on the defensive end of the court and slowly pull away throughout this game. Pick the Chicago Bulls and lay the points, -9. I like the under here as both teams' offenses have struggled a ton this year. Along with Orlando's injuries, the offense has even taken a step back and they have slowed their games down with players getting more minutes than they are used to. In Chicago's last 8 games they are averaging 219.6 ppg, but Chicago itself is averaging just 109 ppg during that stretch. Orlando, meanwhile, is averaging just 229.5 ppg, but they are averaging just 100.1 ppg, which is why I like the under. Along with that, Chicago plays at a pace of just 99, which ranks 17th, while Orlando plays at a pace of 98.1, which ranks 22nd. Take the under here as both teams' offenses have yet to find its groove and will play slow. New Orleans Pelicans vs Boston Celtics. The Pelicans have won 4 of their last 5 games and 5 of their last 6 home games. They are playing very well offensively, especially in their last 3 games, with the team scoring more than 118 points per game during that stretch, while making 48% of their shots. They are very aggressive on the offensive glass, even without an injured Zion Williams, who is questionable for this game. They've also done a good job protecting the ball and won't give the Celtics a lot of easy scoring opportunities. Even though the Celtics are playing very well, they haven't been as sharp on the defensive end and will likely be without their best defender, with Marcus Smart, who missed the last game, is questionable for this game, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Pelicans. The Celtics have won 8 straight games and they've been on a roll offensively, averaging more than 120 points per game in their last 3 games. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Pelicans, and they're careless with the ball. The Pelicans do a good job forcing turnovers, and they've turned up their defensive intensity in recent games, giving up less than 107 points per game in their last 3 games, and will keep Boston's offense in check, so go with the Pelicans to cover the spread. New Orleans Pelicans +3 points. These teams play at a slower pace than the average franchise so far, as the Celtics are 17th in the NBA, with 99.5 possessions per 48 minutes, while the Pelicans are right ahead of them with 99.6 possessions per 48 minutes. The odds makers are going to value their offensive outputs a little too high in this game, as they are pretty good defensive teams as well. Boston is allowing 110.3 points in their last 3 games, while New Orleans is giving up 106 points in their previous 4 games. The under has hit in 4 of their last 5 games, so go with the under 277.5 points to hit in this game. Dallas Mavericks vs Denver Nuggets. Denver had won 5 of their previous 6 games, but couldn't defend their home floor against a Knicks team playing the second game of a back-to-back set Wednesday night, losing at home to New York for the first time since November 8, 2006. The Nuggets fell to 9-5 on the season and entered Thursday tied for second in the Northwest Division, 1 game behind the Trailblazers for the top spot. Against New York, Denver trailed by 3 after the opening quarter and by 1 at the half, before taking a 4-point lead after 3 quarters. The Nuggets opened up a 10-point lead with 8:44 to play in the game before going cold. Denver was outscored 27 the rest of the way to end up with a loss. The Nuggets shot 43.9% from the field, including 14 of 38 from 3-point range, and turned the ball over 15 times in the contest. Bones Highland, 7 rebounds, and Jamal Murray, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, each had 21 points to lead the way in the loss. Denver struggled without Jokic and Gordon against the Knicks, as they were unable to hold a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. The Nuggets are likely to be without that duo again here, which puts a lot of pressure on guys like Porter Jr. and Murray, both of whom missed the majority of last season with injury issues. Meanwhile, Dallas should have Doncic back here as he rested Wednesday night after the 40-minute workload against the Clippers. This marks the Mavericks' 3rd game in 4 nights, but at least all 3 games came at home. With Doncic on the floor and Jokic likely missing for Denver, you have to give the advantage to the hosts in this contest. Take the Dallas Mavericks -7 points. Dallas is coming off a 101-92 loss to the Rockets on Wednesday, November 16. The Mavericks were without their star player Luka Doncic for rest purposes. Dallas's offense struggled at times without their main man, and it showed Doncic's worth to the franchise on Wednesday night. The Mavs shot only 30% from the field and 22% from behind the 3-point line. It was their free throw shooting that allowed them to stay in the contest. Dallas shot 18 for 19 from the charity stripe. Dallas was out-rebounded by 18 versus Houston. The Nuggets scored only 103 points in their latest game against the Knicks. That's important to note because Jokic did not play in that game either. Jokic is expected to not play on Friday night. The Mavericks will be with their full firepower as Doncic returns from roster and will be able to get to the basket all evening. The over is 5-1 in the Nuggets' last 6 road games versus a team with a winning home record. The over is 6-0 in the Mavericks' last 6 games following a straight-up loss. Take the over 216.5 points on Friday night.